Now we got to
No
share this.
preamble.
Nope, nothing. Now we got to share the show because I forgot
Dead, dead
bring that
man.
up beforehand. But we're gonna get it done.
Fuck it. I mean, look, man, we share this show every single week. We go through, we make sure everything is set up. We make sure everything is running fine. It sounds great. It sounds perfect. So I think if we do 1 week where we just raw dog this right off the rip, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a
I
bad start.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I'm just saying like that's a failure on
It
my part.
sounds like you did. It sounds like you were like, you know what, Gibby, I'm worried today. I'm worried about the show. We missed last week. I had to send you into the ether by yourself. And I was so, I remember the text message. You were calling me, tears streaming down your face saying, Gibby, please save VT Network right now. Do the show. But I couldn't. So I got kicked off a online Street Fighter that night.
That's what you get.
Dude, I don't even know how the
Son of a
fuck it
bitch.
happened either. Because like I was doing it like I was supposed to do. And then all of a sudden it's like the content you have does not support online matchmaking. I'm like, I haven't done anything different. What the fuck did I do?
You're like,
Like,
wait a minute.
did I piss off the anti-cheat or what? Because if that's the case, I ain't got no anti-cheat to do. I ain't trying to be one of those nerds that gets called out for cheating in a fighting game. Are you kidding me? I think I'd rather have somebody tell me that I got discolored fucking toenails than be a cheater in a fighting game.
What? Why would they know what color your toenails are?
I don't know. You ever have an insult that just hits you in a weird way? Like you don't like it for some reason. It doesn't hurt, but it just makes you feel weird.
Yes, I have. Yes,
Yeah,
like
it'd be one of those.
I think the one was the DJ, a former host on this show. We were watching. I forgot what show, and they were
Past
pulling.
winner of Villain of the Year for Dark Char Media. I'd also like
That
to add
is,
that.
yeah. We were pulling. They were pulling books off a shelf, but they were real books about physics and stuff like that. And I was like, "Oh, I've read that one. Oh, I've read that one too. Oh, yeah, I read that one. That's a good read." And he looks at me and he goes, "How fucking smart are you?" And I'm like,
Like,
"Fu- "Fuck you."
ouch.
I think,
Fuck you.
bitch.
Thank you. Which one? Ow.
Yeah, right. And I was like,
Which one should I be upset about here?
yeah, like I was, I don't know. It weirded me out, and I was just like, okay, like, I guess.
I don't know.
Prick.
Some guy at work told me that I look like I kiss boys for sport, and I was like, I don't know. I does that mean like, am I at least placing medal wise, or what's up with that?
Right?
Like, am I
Like,
like, am I at least
am I
placing?
Olympic level, or is just like
Am I amateur? Am I pro? Like, am I immediate? Like mediate? What I need to gauge this. Now I got more questions than I do answers. Okay, so let me explain this because
so? Yeah, in case you haven't seen the title of the show, and he
oh no,
fills
the
up. There
internet.
it
It might
is.
be my internet.
There it is. Yeah, in case you haven't seen the title of the show, go ahead and read and take a look.
Yeah, it is. Oh fuck! I gotta hold on. I gotta search this. Oh, you're gonna make me do my fucking job tonight. Thanks, dead man.
You're welcome. You're
Oh yeah,
absolutely
no,
welcome.
yeah, no. That
That sums it up.
yeah, that title about sums it up because I have two gripes with them this fucking week. That's the thing. It's not just one gripe, which was something that you recommended I watch, but it was also another gripe because of a fucking movie coming out in the next year that I think is an absolute slap in the face of turning a book into a film. Like
Okay,
an
well
absolute slap in the face.
let's start with the one I recommended because the second one we're gonna have to get into.
Okay. All right. So a couple weeks ago, Dead Man had recommended me a show called The Studio, which I think was made by Seth Rogan. Didn't he produce it?
He produced it and wrote a couple of the like I don't want to say all, but a majority of the episodes. Yes.
It was Dead Man. You could tell me that this was a comedy, and I would tell you you're a fucking liar. There is no way this show was a comedy. There was maybe one joke that landed, and I think it was Bryan Cranston giving the statue in Las Vegas a BJ. I think
Oh,
that was the only joke that actually made me kind of chuckle. The rest of it was like, this is just a Seth Rogen movie split up into 10 30-minute episodes. That's all it was. There was nothing that stood out to me that I couldn't watch something like Pineapple Express or just fuck I my brain's short circuiting because it irritates me. I could watch a Seth Rogen movie and get the same effect. I mean, the first notes I had was obviously Seth Rogen put himself as the main character, or like he wrote himself as the main character. And one of my notes was, does he still think that he is a small fish in a gigantic pond at this point in his career? Because if that's the case, he is so fucking wrong on how he thinks of himself. And you can give me that face all you want.
no, no,
But
no, 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 not at all. Finish your point. I'll get to it.
because in most of it, he seems like, well, I didn't get congratulated for this movie, or I didn't get congratulated, or people view our view what we do as not as important as something else. Which I did like one episode. I can't say I didn't like all of them, but there was one episode that stood out where it was, and this is spoilers. Go find a way to watch it. I'm going into spoiler territory this episode, so if you don't want to hear about the studio or what the show's about, please go watch something else or go watch it and then watch this episode. But the episode where he's arguing with the doctors, saying that what both they do is important, I wholeheartedly agree. I think that movie directors and doctors, what they both do is important. But when it comes to level of severity, that's where it kind of lands. But I did like the discourse that they were having.
Hmm.
So I will say I did love that episode. I actually rewatched it once just to make sure I caught like the whole glimpse of it. But beyond that, the other 9 episodes of the entire series were just a Seth Rogen movie split up into a show.
Okay,
It's
so
the same way everybody talks, the same cadence, the same type of jokes, the same awkward little fast-paced conversations that were happening. That's a Seth Rogen movie.
yeah. There is a lot of Seth Rogen in it, but like I guess because I have, like, I hate saying that. I sound like such a douchebag because I have experience in this,
Because I have experience in
field.
the film industry.
Well, because I do. You know what I mean? There's certain things that absolutely made me fucking cry with laughter. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that happened in the show that totally hit home, and also because I grew up with a family in the medical field. You know, like that episode particularly hit rather close to home
Yeah.
about, you know, what's more important, or is something as important as this. And it was a lot of fun for me. But the thing is that, like, seeing a lot of like weird insider secrets. You know what I mean? And also, yes, the episode with I want to get thanked. I want to get thanked so bad. Like that happens. Like everything that they are, you know, espousing or showing off or everything like that, like all that's real life, and that does happen in like you know, like in like an actual fucking in actual like movie studios and cinema. Like so many people try to you know, try to get their name on the list, or try to do this or try to do that, and also some random dude being thanked, and you know, it
That shit
becoming a
that
meme.
irritated me so much watching that.
But it happens. It's happened before, and it's gonna happen again. But that actually did happen, like that whole meme, you know, about thanking a random dude because he made it onto the list. Honestly, like seeing some of the funnier shit, like how much money something costs. Like my like I was watching it with Mustard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the episode with the where she wanted to shoot on film and there was a reel missing, and you know that, like, they were talking about like how much they're going to cost to reshoot and whatever, and then at the end, when the reel, well, whatever happens to the reel happens to the reel, my brother was like, oh, that's a certain amount of money. He put a price on it, and I was like, actually, he said it was like 5-10 grand.
Actually.
No, he said it was like, oh, that's like 5-10 grand down the drain, and I said, that's more like 45 to 60 grand down the drain.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, on that one reel, just because I know what reel it is and I know like what it takes to shoot on it. Like, and yeah, they even discussed going to digital in that episode, which is also something that a really big conversation happened in Hollywood. Going strictly to digital, not only for the immediate playback, but for a couple of other things. And believe it or not, the purveyor of that was Robert Rodriguez. Oh, hey, Mustard, welcome to the show. Yeah, we're talking about the show, the studio, and how much Gibby hated it. And I'm letting him know that a lot of it has to do with, a lot of the humor has to do with how much you know about how movies get made, and that's where I wanted to go to with this whole thing, right? How much you know about how movies get made is a lot of where this humor comes from. Like, if you don't know a lot about the industry, you don't know a lot about like how discussions happen, or even direct. Like, they got Ron Howard to curse, man. I don't know who the fuck Seth Rogen fucking blew for a pound of cocaine, but they got Ron Howard to curse. And like, for me, that was, hey, Brandon, for me, that was just, that was, the whole fucking thing was worth it. That was it. That was worth it. The entire thing was worth it.
I think the Martin Scorsese thing was fun. I think
oh my god,
I think the Martin Scorsese joke was funny, where it was like we're at the end where, like, oh my god, he's crying, and then you have Steve Buscemi who comes up. He's like, man, can you believe this is Martin Scorsese's last film?
You're like, yeah, oh. Dude, and the disgusting of how to say Steve Buscemi's name. Like, so much of this shit is like weird insider shit, and if you don't know, how you don't know like the background or anything like that, then yeah, you're not gonna the humor's not gonna land. And also, what's your name? Was it Charlize Theron's party or?
Yeah.
She's not gonna kick us out of her party, is she? Get the fuck out, right? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we're out. I don't it might be because, like you said, I don't know much about the filmmaking industry because I don't fuck with it that much. But I guess from a normal standpoint, just from a viewer of watching a TV show, it didn't hold like I wanted it to.
I mean, like, for me,
but I also have a hate boner for Seth Rogen, so
yeah. I mean, like I said, in the end, there's a lot. There's a few scenes. I forgot which scene it was. I was watching it. Mustard, do you remember what scene it was that we had to actually pause the show because I was laughing so hard I was crying? Like, it killed me. And I can't, Mustard, which scene was it? I can't remember. But yeah, if you don't and it's made for idiots like me. It's made for idiots like Mustard, who know a lot about the filmmaking industry and shit like that. But is it for like general consumption? Not really. I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is a show for everyone. Everyone should go watch it. No.
It's a lighthearted show.
That's a decent question.
No, that's not. It's not because he's Jewish. It's because he plays the same person in every single fucking film he's in. Every single movie Seth Rogen is in, the role does not change. It is the same. Dude, you can me all you want.
No. You're right. There is something I like about his portrayal of himself, and that's he's hey, Vinnie Mac, welcome to the show, man. Seth Rogen's stuff is hit or miss for me. Yeah. The thing I like about Seth Rogen's portrayal of himself is that he never makes himself the smartest person in the room. He never makes himself badass. He never makes himself, you know what I mean, like this. Yeah, but then
there's too much self-deprecation. There's too much making yourself look.
Oh,
like
the Zac Efron hat scene. I missed that. I missed it. It just updated. The Zac Efron hat scene. It fucking. Oh my god, that killed me. That fucking killed me. Oh my god. I have this box. Well, what's in the box? Hats. For the rap party. You can't have one. Fuck, okay, you can have one. Stop looking so goddamn sad. Like that did me in. It killed, and I was fucking done. Like, I was, oh my god.
Brandon over on YouTube, bro is the rock of the comedy world. He's getting there. He is getting there. You cannot find a comedy movie. He is slowly replacing Kevin Hart. He is slowly replacing Kevin Hart as they're starting to put him in everything, and it's I I just can't do it anymore. I can't do the I can't do that laugh anymore, man.
I don't mind certain aspects. Okay, you could have one. Fuck! Stop looking so sad. Jesus, that fucking scene. Yeah, you have no idea. Like that fucking did me in. Like we were sitting there, we had to pause it just because of the way he did the scene. Also, the director, the episode with the director where she wants to get the one shot and they're burning daylight. And I didn't even notice it. It was Mustard that pointed it out for me. Um, it's a one shot episode. It's a one shot episode, kind of parodying or paralleling what they're doing with this show. And like I didn't even fucking notice. I was just having secondhand embarrassment from knowing, like when an exec is on set, you always want to appear like everyone has a job and everyone's doing everything correctly. So you just kind of, like
You seen a guy running around that looks like you? Oh yeah, he went that way.
Yeah. Like, and the funny part is like this was a big joy for me because I got to watch it not only with Mustard, who also knows a lot about the movie making industry, but I got to watch it and discuss how much I knew. Didn't know beef would start so quickly. Gib, you're just wrong, sis. Tess, welcome to the show.
Look, if it's a chat versus Gibby episode, I can do a chat versus Gibby episode. But like I'm not backing out of my takes on Seth Rogan, man. That's not how this works. I cannot. Oh, yep. So fun fact, when I do smoke, I do get the TikTok thing. So that's the fun part. Just got it. Proved my point.
Oh, well.
But yeah, if it's a chat versus Gibby episode, it can. But the show did not have enough standout moments for me. That's the problem. The only standout moments it had were those couple scenes, and then the last fucking episode when they're at the movie awards, and they're all trying to figure out how to get Zoe and I can't remember Bryan Cranston. Yeah, Bryan Cranston's character to get on their shit to get it done. And the last scene pissed me off. Are we? Can we do spoilers, please? Because for the love of God, I'm not going to.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. It's not a new show.
Oh, I thought it was a new show. Okay,
no, it's been out for a while.
So the end scene, the character who plays Zoe and Bryan Cranston are tripping balls. Like there was a plate of mushrooms. They did drugs. Obviously, we want to go for the old Hollywood effect. Fuck. Ugh. So Zoe and Bryan Cranston are fucked up, and Zoe is having an ego death. And before she goes on, she's arguing with the other castmates or the crewmates, where she was like,
it's not new, Tess. It's been out for a while.
Where she's going like, you're fucked up. No, you're fucked up. And just basically repeating what everybody says. And Bryan Cranston, high on coke, is trying to stand up, but his legs are numb. And that, trying to figure out, well, how are we gonna promote this movie?
Okay, fine-ish.
And the character of Zoe goes out and just nails it as the character that the movie they're supporting.
Yeah.
Like absolutely nails it. She comes out and she's like, I'm pissing myself, and just all over her pants. And you're like, okay, yeah. That's funny. And then Bryan Cranston goes out and he's trying to give this speech, and at the end it just goes, movies. And I'm like, God, fucking for real? We're gonna end it with everybody chanting movies?
Yeah. Again,
you say this like it's a normal way to end an entire show.
But it's happened. Like those kind of stupid moments have happened, and you have seen it yourself.
I bet they have. Doesn't mean they're not fucking dumb.
No, they're dumb. They're absolutely dumb. The thing is that because you're looking at them behind the scenes and how these things are created, like Franco's character walking out there all fucked up and full of blood, and yes, because people are stupid. Thank you, Mustard. And he's all fucked up, and it looks like he's playing into the character of the show he's or the movie
Oh
he's
no, I
about
just got
to
my ass
present.
whooped before I walked out on stage.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked because he was counting cards because he was in the magic movie. And like I love the fucking enthusiasm. He says every fucking line. He's like, "Well, were you? Yes." Like
Well,
it killed
I
me.
thought that was funny because it's like, oh, you couldn't get James, so we got his brother. Got it.
No, James Franco and Seth Rogen had a big falling out. There
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
big
yeah.
issue.
Yeah,
Well, no,
Kate.
like it wasn't even a part of like the whole public thing that went on with James Franco. Apparently, this was like a personal thing. Like
Mm.
from what I understand, and mind you, this is telling tales out of school. This is not verified. This is just rags. From what I understand, Franco tried to drag Rogan in with him into the whole thing. When Rogan is not only like kind of like a sweetheart, kind of hands off kind of person, but when Franco tried to drag him in with him down with him, they kind of split and they've not gotten back together.
Mm.
It's an homage to Hollywood. That's why everyone blew their load for La La Land too. It's Hollywood, even in parody, wants to suck its own dick, and that's what I was saying to Gibby. Like, there's a movie out there that everyone should watch, and it's about old Hollywood. And again, it's a Hollywood sucks kind of movie called Hail Caesar, and it is one of the most underrated, understudied movies in history, and it is so, so, so fucking good. And it has Josh Brolin in it. It has an all-star cast. All right, it has Josh Brolin. What's his name? Kool-Aid. How would you fuck the Kool-Aid man? uh,
God, that Kool-Aid Man scene gave me a migraine. Is it racist because they're all black now? No, it's racist because we only have one black man. And he's a Kool-Aid man. And you're
but
like,
that's a focus group. That's real. That
I know
happened.
it's real and it's annoying.
Yeah,
Like
because
I
they're
said, I
presenting it to
understand
you.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand it. But fuck, was it an annoying scene?
George. Yeah, but Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar has George Clooney. It has what's his name? Magic Mike.
Oh,
Gambit. Fucking Channing Tatum. It has Channing Tatum. It has George Clooney, Josh Brolin. Has a whole bunch of like top tier actors, and you're gonna see George Clooney in a role you've never seen him before, and I guarantee, and it's so, so, so fucking good. It is one of those movies where if I want to laugh genuinely, not like a giggle, hee hee ha ha kind of stupid movie, like when I genuinely want to laugh, I put on Hail Caesar, and it's so worth the fucking time. And you know what? Maybe that one will appeal to you because it's a little bit more common language, like normal terms of stuff, and maybe that one will appeal to your senses. And it also has a lot of Coen
like I said,
Brothers
take
type.
Seth Rogen out of it. I'm good.
Well, it also has a lot of Coen Brothers like humor to it, like Fargo type shit like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and it's not the awkward humor that I absolutely despise. Hail Caesar. Like
Oh,
I
the
can't
awkward humor
I can't
died with
recommend
The
it enough.
Office.
Yeah,
Awkward humor should have died with The Office.
it should have died before The Office.
Well, I stick with it. Should have died with The Office because that's the only fucking thing I know that does awkward humor so much that it just steps out of bounds.
No, also Parks and Rec and almost every
Oh,
copycat show after that. Like, I can't stand it.
What's that one cop show? Oh, it's a cop show with Andy Samberg in it.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Should have gone with that too.
Nah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine was hilarious, and it's
It's
because
it's the same thing. It's
no,
the
it's
same.
not. It
It's the
is
same
not.
awkward
You
humor.
know why it's not? Because it has a fucking punchline.
Okay.
You're both are just
All right.
haters. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, Mustard. You have tried on many attempts for many years to get me to like The Office. That's never happened, and it's never gonna happen. But no, Brooklyn Nine-Nine has punchlines, and like I even watching an episode or two. Look at this, man. They are not loving you today.
I've figured. I have I have come to the conclusion that I am not the crowd favorite today.
No, because I was watching an episode. I was watching.
I'm not the John Cena of this podcast
You're
today.
not the John Cena.
Gibby
Gibby.
But you want to know what? I may have bad takes, but I am right. I am right.
No, well,
No,
that's what I keep trying to
right.
say is that
No.
like even my brother was trying to get me to watch The Office, and we were watching an episode that he specifically picked out, and there was several jokes that were so good, but because they're either walked by or they have no punchline, they're lost.
They just stopped.
They're
stopped.
lost. Yeah.
Middle of the conversation. Like the joke, you set that joke up perfectly. Like the fat dude dropping the bowl of chili would have been perfect. Just dropped it. Nothing was said.
Well, there's okay, so like the episode was the running gag is that the character keeps stepping in horse shit, and even they're inside the cabin and he steps in horse shit inside the cabin, and they just walk by they walk by what could have been an awesome punchline. Also, better than Tatum. I mean, shitty retirement tour. I'm glad you're not the John Cena of this podcast. He's not my goat. Oh, okay.
No, he's not my goat either. Mick Foley's mine. Mick Foley is my goat. What do you mean? Cactus Jack, Dude Love. Come on now. I got my goats, and it ain't John Cena. Am I sad that he had his retirement match and he fucking went out by getting tapped out? Absolutely.
That's what happens in your retirement match. You
by
don't
a tap out?
You don't win your retirement match.
By a
Nobody
tap
does.
out though?
No, it doesn't matter. There's people that have been DQ'd on their retirement match.
Nah,
Yeah, it doesn't happen. That's not the way the wrestling industry works. It's called putting someone over.
Doesn't mean I like it. Doesn't mean I got to agree with it.
That's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But I'm just saying, like people have been DQ'd on their last match. One of the fucking the Road Warriors, when they broke up, they one of them had a short solo career, and was that knock on your end?
Oh yeah, that was my closet door. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, is somebody trying to?
No, that was a closet door. Obviously, the holidays are rolling around, so we gotta be sneaky with the presents.
Jesus fucking Christ! I was like, ICE is raiding me for fucking defending Seth Rogan. What the fuck, bro? Gibby was 3 years old when Mick Foley was wrestling.
No, negative 3 years old. Negative
3 years old. Oh my god.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that like the WWE streaming service didn't have the classic matches, or Japan Pro Wrestling didn't push out their DVDs and movies that you could easily find.
So John Cena's retirement was really bad, bro. Could have donked 220 instead of 32. I have no idea what the fuck that even says.
What the fuck are you trying to say, Brandon? That had
I tune in and you start talking wrestling. I'm trying to get back to it, Tess. Anyways. Hail Caesar is a lot more your style. I think the show, I think the studio, I think the studio is for people that are a little bit more insighty. You know what I mean? Yeah, like a little bit more insighty.
You're not smart enough to understand this show.
No,
you'd really understand it if you knew quantum physics.
No,
or if you're old sci-fi.
Okay, so
if Rick and Morty ass take.
Fuck you. First of all, second of all, if a show took place in Michigan and they portrayed shit that happens in Michigan, you'd be more in the knowledge than I would. And therefore, you'd understand the jokes more. You'd understand the references more. And I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck. Why does everyone do the mitten?
Are you legitimately asking? Or like...
No, that is a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's no way
but you see, as a
wouldn't know what the mitten does.
But you see, as a Michigander, you fucking know. And several people... Michigander. And everybody, most people in the chat have no idea what the fuck the mitten is. Okay, so you need to back the fuck off of the Rick and Morty take, you prick.
Oh, I will give the Rick and Morty take. All right, Dead Man, I don't want to alarm you, but there's somebody in your apartment.
Yeah,
and they're wearing all black.
Uh-huh.
And they are looking very suspicious. So I don't want to.
Oh yeah, he's very suspicious.
Alarm you too well, but just keep an eye out.
Oh no, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll
handle it in a second.
Last thing I'll say about that show was AJ Styles tag match. It should have been a lot better. Leon and Jevlon. Fucking clock and all. What? Brandon. Okay,
He's on his wrestling. He's on his wrestling shit tonight.
he is.
I okay.
Thank you for the wrestling insider, Brandon.
Yeah, let me preface this. I don't watch wrestling anymore. I did when I was like
-3.
Yeah, -3. 12 to 15. That's when I watched wrestling. But after that, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. It's the same. There's no new storylines. There's nothing really to point out here. So
there's storylines that didn't happen, but that's for another show. Anyways, Seth Rogen has been both a blessing and a curse as far as I'm concerned, especially with adaptations. Invincible has been an incredible gift. I don't give a fuck what you say. Somebody who read the original goddamn run.
No, Invincible has been a blessing, especially to the animation world. But you know where my hate boner starts with the adaptation curse.
When AMC took over
the little show called Preacher, ladies and gentlemen, he fucked us.
He did not. AMC did.
Yes, he did.
He did not.
AMC did. No. It goes back to that fucking show we're talking about, where he's like, give me a second. But no, when we were talking about in that show where he was like, I want to do this art house film called Kool-Aid about the Jonestown massacre, and then it's like, well, we can't do that. That's bad. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it anyway. Could have done the same thing with Preacher. Could have been like, you know what? We want to include this main character, and his main stress relief is fucking a pile of meat. So let's keep it in the show.
Well, the thing is, it's two different studios and two different audiences. First of all, this. Hold on.
You're watching fucking Preacher. You know what kind of shit you're going into. And I'm sorry, you have The Walking Dead already having a footnote in that goddamn channel. You already have that being a very violent and grotesque show. So you're telling me you're going to go on to Preacher, read that source material, and be like, oh, we can't do that. But we can't do that. But you know what we can include? Jesus Christ, fucking 32 takeaway, retarded grandson. That's who we can have.
And he's not using that as an insult. He really is.
No, I'm not using, in no way, shape, or form am I using that as an insult. I'm using that as a legitimate plot point that's what he is. He is an inbred 32 separation of Jesus Christ himself. That's exactly what he was. Inbred. We can include that, but we can't include. No, I'm sorry. Let me throw in another one that wasn't just that. But they also had Assface being Hitler's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can't include some other things. It's just too much. It's too much for AMC. AMC can't put this. Then don't put anything at all. Don't give me a Preacher show if you're gonna pick and choose what we think is good for TV audiences. But make sure that what you pick for TV audiences is good enough to where it's not gonna piss off a bunch of people. Because I am one of those people. I don't get shitty about a lot of things. Okay, I don't get shitty about a lot of movies and stuff. But if you take one of the series that defined my teens, I read that in my teens, and that is still in my top 10 comic books of my lifetime, and you take that and you gently shove a fucking 20-incher right up the ass of everybody who was excited to see this put into a TV show, and then spit in our faces and say, take it, you dirty bitch. Have fun. No smokes for you afterwards either. I'm going to be a little salty.
He does need a hug, Tess. Gibby is, I think, 19 years old.
No, I'm actually 16. Thank you.
Well, that's where the -3 comes in. So let's talk a little bit about why Preacher got fucked by AMC. You are absolutely correct using The Walking Dead as a measuring stick to what is acceptable and what's not acceptable for AMC. You see, AMC does something that they've done ever since The Walking Dead, and that is overcorrect. Like when Negan came into the scene, and this is my favorite point of The Walking Dead. And I know everybody's tired of hearing me talk about Negan, but one more rant. By the time Negan came in, so many people were complaining that The Walking Dead had been neutered, that it wasn't violent anymore, that the deaths don't mean anything, that there's always secondary characters killed off and never part of the core group. And they were working towards Negan, and these were the criticisms of the audiences, that it lacks the brutality of the comic now. That where's the brutality? Where's the mentality that made The Walking Dead a good comic book. So then they give us an almost unfiltered version of what happens in the comic book, almost word for word, page for page,
Yeah,
when
smack you
Glenn
straight in the
dies.
face.
When Glenn
Smacks you right in the
dies.
face with it.
And it was one of the worst rated episodes. For Walking Dead fans, it was our favorite episode for a long fucking time because we got to see a page to page adaptation of Negan's speech minus the cursing. You know, like, so for those of us that love Negan and love that whole scene, love the consequences of what happens for that scene, it was a treat for us. And then seeing two people die, Abraham and Glenn, in that scene. I know spoilers for a show that's like 15 years old, but
If you ain't seen the show yet, that's your fault.
but you know, fucking yeah, right.
Oh, I remember them days. I remember them days that Dead Man has having his profile picture as Negan.
I'm gonna put that on the screen. There you go.
them were them old days.
Yeah, but the thing is that when that came out, the average viewer looked at that episode and decried that it was far, far, far too much. And Negan should not have killed Glenn, should not have killed Abraham, and that I don't know how the fuck they expected the rest of that episode to go or series to go, but they overcorrected, and that's why the next like season was so fucking tame, whitewashed milk toast. And so they did the same thing with Preacher. They started off really good. Once again, with Seth Rogan in control, they started off really good. The first, 5, 6 episodes, 7 episodes were incredible. We actually got to see Jesse be an asshole. We got to see him be violent like he is in the comic books. The arm break scene is directly from the comic books. It is page for page, almost word for word. I think they changed like 3 or 4 words and excluded his cursing.
It wasn't a lot. Was not a lot.
No, but it was in there, and that's because Seth Rogen was making it. And then once again, they got a little bit further into it, and the audience started reacting badly, and AMC does what AMC does, or AMC did what AMC does, and it's come in and overcorrect. They overcorrected, and they kept that whole vibe through the rest of the show. I mean, fucking not only Meat Lady is missing, but you also have Cassidy's whole fucking massacre that happened at the nightclub in New Orleans. You're missing the vampire orgy that happened. You're missing all sorts of crazy shit that should have been in that show because, believe it or not, stylistically it makes sense to the plot, as abhorrent and violent or sexual as it was. There are things that should have been in there, but because they course corrected like AMC tends to do so much, they took the control away from Seth Rogen and just busted him down to an executive producer.
I guess that's what bothers me is we're always so ready for comic book adaptations or animes or stuff that comes out and it gets pushed as that. That's the issue. Like, I wouldn't have a problem if they came up with, like, it was based off of. I can do with a based off of. That's fine. I'm not expecting much of it's based off of. You know why? Yeah. Because that's not a direct, should be a page for page adaptation. If I'm getting an adaptation, I want to be able to have the comic book in my hand and be able to go, yep, it's the same. It's the same.
Now what's going to shock you is what made them overcorrect.
Can I get some water, please, love?
What's going to shock you is what line made them overcorrect. I do believe.
Sorry, I was getting yelled at. I was getting yelled at by the girlfriend because she. For those of you that didn't hear, she was yelling, "If I don't get that in comic books and stuff, she doesn't get that from her books. I don't get it from my stuff as well. So I have to suck it up."
Fair. But the line that did in Preacher was, believe it or not, Jackie Earl Haley's line.
Thank you, baby.
After Jesse tells him he has to believe in God, and Jackie Earl Haley's line was, "I do believe in God, the God of meat, the God of substance, the God that's here." Believe it or not, that was it. That was the line that made them overcorrect because so many people responded so badly to that line that the AMC busted Seth Rogen down to executive producer. And you know what the funny part is that something you saw in the studio is that who's still getting all the hate, even though they were really associated with it, is Seth Rogen. And yeah, that was addressed in the studio. Just because his fucking name's on it means he's gonna get the hate.
I rescind my statement on what I then let me redirect my hate boner. Well, I still have one for Seth Rogen.
That's fine to have one for, but you have one for the proper reasons. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Then fine. I dislike AMC and the way they run things. Actually, you know what? Let's widen the horizon here because it's not just AMC. If you're going to make an adaptation of something, make sure it's right. I'm looking at you, Amazon, for your treatment of the Yakuza series. The Like a Drag. It was not good. It was not.
No.
Good. I watched all of it. I was excited. I was disappointed in the same vein.
Yeah.
There was something else that got like an adaptation where I was like, man, I'm excited. Watch it. And I was like, man, I really got to wash my eyeballs out with bleach after that.
Oh, there's been several, dude. First of all, let's not forget the Amazon Prime Tolkien series that they did. And
oh God,
I
Lord
tried
of the Rings.
Yeah, I tried to watch that, and I was just like,
where
are you pulling this from?
What lore are you using here?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
And I'm not a lore whore, okay? I'm not exactly like what you would call a lore whore. Like, I'm not too concerned if it's entertaining. I don't really give a shit about it. But at least make it comparable with the rest of the world.
No, it make fucking sense. All right,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
like we know that Aragorn's race makes humans live longer, like hundreds of years, and what how in the fuck is it that when in the show, and I forgot what it was, a throwaway line, they only live for 100 years? Excuse me? Aragorn, when we see him in the Lord of the Rings movies, he's already 89. He's barely looking like he's in his 30s. Yeah, he's already 89.
So he's only got 11 years left to live.
Yeah, exactly. Make it make sense. Like there's so many things that fucking show did wrong. And you're right though. Like if you're gonna make it make sense, stick to the fucking rules of the books. But moving past that, because your hate boner continues, let's talk about Animal Farm. Why does it got you so upset?
Oh, because I don't know. When I think of Animal Farm, I don't think of a cutesy little art movie or a little, cute little comedy movie for kids. That's, oh, we're going to the laughter house. Oh boy, we're going to the slaughterhouse. And I think that was actually a line in the book. I don't know. Something about it is just gonna scream. It's gonna be a comedy, and that's not how it read. And I am dreading it. And of course I heard that fucking laugh. And I'm not prepared for it. I don't even think it, I guess it has to be, I expected the tone of Animal Farm. Reading it was a very dark and serious, like, criticism. Whereas this animated movie we're going to have is just another little, haha, animals run the farm and then corruption happens. Well, isn't that just the darndest thing? Where at the end of the book, it's like you have pigmen standing around the table making decisions with the humans.
Well, let's just watch the fucking trailer.
Oh, we're gonna watch. Yes. Yeah.
I need to get past this. Hold on a sec.
Remember, folks, turn on your pesky ad blocker. Block them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I don't have an ad blocker on this one, but let's go ahead and.
I thought you used Brave though.
Not for this. I have to. That's not it.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, Star Wars. Thank you, me love. Yes, I can. Hi, folks. We're doing what we should have done before the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the thing is I want to make sure that the audio is shared, unlike last time when we were just staring at a silent picture on the screen. So let's watch this.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
already.
Hi, Lucky.
What's up?
We are going on vacation.
I do hope it's somewhere good.
What does that say?
Laughter House!
That sounds awesome. I love to laugh.
It's a slaughterhouse.
Look at all this deliciousness. They want this.
Do you want to be food, or do you want freedom? Then let's fight for it! We're free! Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy.
4 legs, good. 2 legs, bad.
No animal shall wear clothes.
Huh? What? We're show pigs.
And all animals are equal.
Animals running a farm? I had to see it for myself.
Thank you. Aw, so cute.
Activate cute eyes.
I'd rather gouge them out.
Andy Serkis is
I
doing this.
want that farm.
We should move into the farmhouse. So the humans know we're in charge.
You are about to become my new best friends. Pigs and humans working together. I like the optics.
Oh, we love the optics. What are optics?
I think it's a kind of seafood. You're wearing clothes!
Would you look at that? I am.
Everything's different, but we're still friends.
All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
Make sure you include some of those lines in the book.
This is our home.
Squealer!
I parked the car!
Let's have no one do that again.
Animal Farm, A Cautionary Tales. In theaters May 1st. Recommended for ages 11 and up.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
I
the
want
issue.
to. I want to put my fucking head to a belt sander after watching that. Oh God! Do you see what my issue is with this? And now it's just
I do.
that unbridled rage.
I do. I don't understand the unbridled rage, but the thing is that Animal Farm was written for kids. It was a heavy critique of politics and the world and capitalism and corruption, and it was written a certain method for children.
Then why are we having it this far? It took this long to make it.
No, it's been done before.
Like I mean, has it
Yeah.
really? I thought it would. Oh, okay. Well, there goes. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't seem right. It seems like it's too.
There's been one in 1999, 2018, 1954, 2006, 2018. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the way that they're taking that. That just seems like it just seems weird to me. It sits wrong. It sits wrong in my loins. Something about it.
Hang on a sec.
Let's make sure we include some of them. Let's make sure we include some of them lines from the book though, so people remember that it's based off of an actual book.
So the thing is, okay, so it says here. It says here that it was not written for kids, according to the AI overview, but I'm going to argue against that. It is a political allegory with mature themes like tyranny, propaganda, and violence. That shit looked AI generated.
Yeah,
Animal Farm has been done many times, bro, says Mustard.
That's why I stopped way before it. That's why I stopped saying what I said. Mustard, get off of my dick, please.
I don't want to hear about Gibby's loins. Mature themes, violence, death, complex themes of political corruption and manipulation, and often read in high school levels and considered to be a complex work taught in the 9th and 10th grade. Without understanding the historical context, the book can be confusing, as the magic and the deeper political meaning are lost on younger readers. Younger children may not grasp the allegory, might simply be confused or disturbed by the events. No, I don't think so.
I don't think it's that complex. I think you can understand what's going on.
It's pretty easy to understand.
Yeah, it's not that hard to understand.
There's-
Yeah. Animal Farm is high school reading. Like, yeah, it's high school reading, so it's not terribly hard to understand what they're trying to go for there.
I'm reading a lot of people here that are arguing it is actually, yes, definitely suitable for children. Quora, Reddit, Wikipedia. There's a couple of Goodreads, Common Sense Media, Real Reads. Like, I'm seeing a lot of it saying that it is. No, you may not understood the depth or the political meaning behind it, but you can absolutely understand that, when somebody becomes corrupt and starts working against the self-interest of everybody else around you, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand the reason it was wrote, because I know there's a specific like time frame and a time period in certain historical events that happened. I didn't understand those. I didn't get those, but I did understand the whole, well, we're going to work for the people. Well, now we're starting to get a little more in the pot, so we're going to start working for ourselves more than for the people like we promised. And then at the end, when they have that scene of all the pigs at the table, and they all, I guess the one scene that stood out to me is when the pigs and the humans were sitting at the table at the very end of the book, and the pigs started not looking like pigs, but more like humans.
Yeah, it's not described that they're human-like; it's that their mannerisms are. They're behaving more like humans. I thought it was its own story. Like, I didn't know it was a commentary about Marxism, not Marxism, but actually the U.S. the U.S. and Soviet relations at the time, specifically what the Soviet Union had turned into via this weird, pro-war communism thing that was going on at the time. But I absolutely can see the outrage for somebody somebody like you who does want pure, adaptations in media, but I also see this being easy enough to understand for children. I like the idea of good character turns bad is often something we see in children's books. Babe,
yeah, but
Charlotte's Web.
Okay, but we're not gonna get. My thing is, we're not gonna get. We're back. I would say, shit. I'll give a grace period here. Back 10 years, where we hear something is based off of a book or based off of a movie, where kids are gonna watch it and be like, okay, well, I want to go read the original thing or go see the original thing. Back 10 years ago, when you would see that and you're like, okay, well, this was cool. I want to see what the original material was. And I'm afraid now we're going to get based off the masterpiece by George Orwell. People are going to be like, oh, that was a funny animal book. I bet I could go to the kids section and find it. And they're going to read this and they're like, wow. So they're pushing. I bet you I'll throw $10 on it now. When this movie comes out, give it a month, and people are going to complain about the political overtones that this movie had. And there will be an outrage with it from people that have never read Animal Farm. I will throw $10 on it now. It is December 14th, 2025 at 6:53 p.m. I will make that, and if I am wrong, I will send Deadman $10 to his Cash App on what it was supposed to come out May 1st.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, on June 6th of 2026. If that doesn't happen, I will send Deadman $10.
So the book fundamentally is critiquing Marxism. However, it is actually a critique and satiricism of Stalinism. Stalinism is something very different from Marxism. Stalinism, I'm not going to go into the whole political meaning of it, but yes, fundamentally, like in the end, when you boil it down to brass tacks, it is about Marxism. But anyway.
Okay, I want to say one thing. Go back to the studio for a second, because this just hit me while you said satiricism on political shit. When they had Johnny Knoxville do the zombie movie about the zombie outbreak where it transfers through splattered shit, I thought that was funny. I thought that was a great idea. I thought if they would have done that in like an actual movie, I probably would have went and watched it. Anyway, we'll move on with what we're saying. I thought that was a great idea. Anyways.
Nobody in 2025 knows Animal Farm. I agree with that. And you know what? Sometimes these kinds of movies need to be made to bring back ideas. I need to make a sign that says Gibby was right. I keep winning lately, and I need to have a sign that says Gibby was right to hold up. Yes. Not a lot of people know about Animal Farm. And I do believe that some pieces of media need to be brought back around every now and again to be reminded of what they mean. Like, for
Give me How to Kill a
instance,
Mockingbird. Give me 2025 How to Kill a Mockingbird. Let's have fun with that one.
I actually want more. I want something more poignant. I want another Saving Private Ryan. I want something like that. But you know what? That's once again, it's for personal reasons and reasons I don't care to get into on this show. Tess says, "Well, yeah, but isn't that the same argument people are making in order to ban Animal Farm from schools and libraries?" No, it is.
Stupid people make that argument. Stupid people make that argument. Like, I'm not the brightest. I'm not the brightest crayon in the tool shed, like, by any means necessary. But I do understand the importance of literacy and the importance of knowing what you're reading when it comes to education. Like, you can say ban the books all you want, but I am for keeping books so people can understand the dark nut sack of the world, not just like the happy-go-lucky that you see, but stuff like Animal Farm. I've never read Catcher in the Rye. I can't speak on that one. Never really. Yeah,
it's bad.
And I've read overviews. I've listened to a couple pages of an audiobook, and I was like, okay, this is fucking dumb. I don't care. It doesn't appease me. Lord of the Flies, Grapes of Wrath,
an important one, and the Grapes of Wrath we can do with or without, but I understand its cultural meaning. Yes.
Lord of the Flies. Which one was about the? Which one was about the two guys? One of them was a big slowy.
Of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men. God, I loved Of Mice and Men. I thought that was a great book.
And it's been made into several really good movies. Yeah.
I bet it was a great book. I love that. I know that was a simple read because I have. Oh, thank you. But one that I started having an audiobook on is It, like the original It.
Mm-hmm.
44 fucking hours to finish that book.
Oh yeah, there's huge chunks of that book missing in the movies, including where Pennywise comes from, including who his arch nemesis is, including other characters from other fucking.
I can't say what it is because a lot of people would get salty with me and act like that's a spoiler.
No, we're not talking about it, but there's Tess says never said they were smart, just saying that people who don't understand where something is coming from and what it means is why people bitch about it. Very true. Catcher in the Rye is self-indulgent, also by Tess, also very true. The Great Gatsby is unnecessary.
I've never read The Great Gatsby. I can't agree or disagree.
Oh, The Great Gatsby is one of those guilty pleasures of mine.
So because it's a guilty pleasure, is it necessary for is it necessary cultural wise, or is it just necessary because you like it?
Oh, that's such a good question. No, it really is.
Because I could say How to Kill a Mockingbird is great because it's one of my favorite old school literature, but I can also say that it's important cultural wise because of the story that it deals with. The both sides I can defend.
I could say culturally speaking, The Great Gatsby is somewhat important. I can't say totally important. I can say somewhat important. And the reason I can say somewhat important is because it is a very, very dark and historically accurate version and lesson of the ends justify the means. Am I wrong? I have no idea what he's laughing at. The Green Mile is fantastic. It is.
Mustard's comment in the YouTube chat. I can sum up whole book in a couple of words. Bootleg gets killed chasing ass. Tess, we'll take that to a different show. That's not something I want to discuss on a show about pop. I'll find okay. Ah, man, this is like defending.
Well, I know. Hold on. Let me finish my point about The Great Gatsby, and we'll get to yours real quick. The Great Gatsby is a very dark look at the ends justify the means and how that never actually plays out well. Yes, the very base boiled down summation of it is a bootlegger gets killed chasing ass, but that's there's so much more to this story than that. You know what I mean? Like there when you read the book and even the movie adaptation is a really good, representation of that. Gibby commentary about racism is bad is important. Yeah.
Oh, I am sorry. I read that totally wrong. I put Gib commentary about how racism is bad or important.
You almost took that fucking bait. Aren't you glad you took a minute to read that?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't shoot myself in the foot because I had a shotgun loaded at all 10 toes.
Open mouth, insert foot.
But yeah. Racism is,
You dick.
yeah. Unfortunately, well, I'm gonna say this now. I think racism is that's all you. The only racism I agree is when space aliens start coming. I think that's the only racism where I fully be like, I think that's a good idea. Okay, Warhammer.
Oh, that space race is
that space really,
blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood god, my dude. Blood for the blood god. I will be covered in blue space dead dudes before I am dead in the ground.
So,
District 9 is.
We've seen that kind of racism. District 9 is a thing. Yes, District 9 is absolutely a criticism of apartheid in South Africa.
Oh.
And yes, that is a very culturally important film, and it is dressed up as a sci-fi adventure.
Man, we need to do a show on that. We haven't even touched on that of like larger meanings.
Yeah, hidden meanings behind media.
We're a show about pop culture and their importance. And we haven't even discussed like big things. We have so many. That's what I like is we have so many topics we could do because I still want to do our favorite our favorite tropes. Mr. Isekai over there.
I love Isekai. Shut up.
Well, the reason I was thinking it is little side note. I am a whore for like what did I tell you the other day? What did I tell? Well, I'm trying to remember what I read. That I was like, this is such a trope that no matter what it's in, I am always for it. Oh, getting angry, and
increasing the power level.
Anger increasing power level because I was reading a new shonen that came out. I can't think of the name right now, and God help me if I try and remember. But he was, a slave on a ship, and this lady was taking care of him, and she was treating him like a mother. And he said, well, when I was younger, my mother sold me off for 10 gold pieces, and they had a deep bond over in the slave ship, but she was pregnant, and she was giving him motherly love, and she died. She got killed. So he got this beast that gave him powers. Obviously, shonen stuff, beginning shonen stuff. He got powers by a mythical beast, and he got pissed off and just slaughtered everybody on the ship. And I'm like, yes, give me more. I need more.
Tess says, "Oh, look at me, I'm Gib. I can talk about all these literary works that are so good and can't read a comment properly."
Well, unfortunately, I have what people call pissed off reading. So when I read and I'm slightly annoyed, I mix up words, or that's dyslexia. I haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, I thought that was just called being stupid.
Little column A, little column B. We'll see what it's like.
Yes, I think. Going back to the original two topics, I think the studio is one of those niche comedy things. You know what I mean? Like Hail Caesar, like a lot of these weird art house project kind of things that you kind of have to be in the know to it's a wink and a nod kind of thing. And I also think that Animal Farm, I'm hoping, is a complete kids movie, and it doesn't go the way of Sausage Party. Because Sausage Party, I don't know if you remember that movie, but it was
I try to forget.
Why? It was a good movie.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I said it.
You are so full of shit. It is.
I am not.
What color are your eyes? Let me bring them eyes closer to the camera. I want to see how brown they are.
Oh, very.
I figured.
I'm full of shit about a lot of things, but the thing about Sausage Party was that it is a very, very, very bleak and hard critique of certain elements of our lives, dressed up like a CGI kids movie. We'll talk about it off air. Trust me.
Oh, but the food orgy at the end, that was needed. That was.
You can't have some harsh criticism without a laugh.
That wasn't a laugh. That was just 5
That was
minutes.
hilarious.
Food fucking.
That was hilarious.
That's all. Sure. Yeah.
How do you fuck the Kool-Aid man? Anyways,
didn't think that till the show brought it up, and I was like, oh well, yeah, that's something.
I had an idea and I shared it with Mustard, and I have no idea what it was now. Anyways, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys for joining us so much. Sorry for the early stream and sorry for missing last week, but scheduling last week kind of got fucked in a blender, and we had to miss a show.
He's trying to nicely say that he spent a little too much time with a femboy the night before and was too drained to continue on. That's what happened. He just didn't want to say it on air. It's okay, dead man. We don't judge you here, buddy.
If that happened, I'd be singing it from the mountains.
Well, it's weird because I got pictures of it, but when I said, "Hey, you want to do a show?" He was like, "Man, I can't. My legs don't work like they're supposed to right now." See, Tess in chat said I knew it. That's exactly what happened.
She knows. She got the pictures too.
Yeah, they were weird. Next time
You're
you want to wear
welcome.
a tutu, could you
No,
give me a heads up, please?
no, not at all.
Nope, just gonna send it straight forward.
Yep,
It's gonna
Going
be a
full
leotard
Gibby.
next time, ain't it?
maybe. But before we sign off, I also want to wish a happy 19th birthday to my son, Bean. He is here visiting me. That's who's been in the background, skulking around and stealing all my marshmallows.
Jesus, you breed fucking giants, dude.
I know I breed giants. Yeah, he's
Look,
also a large man.
I thought that was a full-grown man in the background.
He's 19, so
God damn,
yeah, he's taller than you.
that's not hard. I'm 5.
But we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We'll see you next week. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for all the comments and all the love, and we'll see you next